Boy wins every prize his small town can offer. Trophies, applause, and a father who never stops pushing him. So why can he suddenly barely breathe? And what exactly did his own family bury years ago? The movie begins at a loud school assembly for its brightest star. His name is Jari, and he is West Java's science champion. The whole school has gathered just to cheer for him. Teachers call him a living hero. He made history for the school, the first to reach this level. Therefore, he is sent to a national competition against the entire country. But behind that shiny trophy, Jari is completely exhausted. He can barely stand up straight. Now watch what happens the moment the cheering finally stops.
Bismillah. Napas pelan-pelan.
His chest locks up tight. He gasps and wheezes for air. The pressure everyone calls a blessing is quietly crushing him. We meet his father, Jaya, who grew up with no dad of his own. Therefore, Jaya swears to be everything for his son every single day. It sounds loving, but it lands like a weight. At school, the gentle gym teacher, Jund, cheers Jari on in a simple running race. For one bright afternoon, the boy just gets to be a normal kid. He laughs, he runs, he wins. But Jaya waves the whole race away like it means nothing at all. Only the national competition matters, he insists. Fun is a distraction his son cannot afford. There are 37 rivals out there, all of them brilliant. Therefore, Jaya orders his son to study 37 times harder than before. No pressure, right? He promises he will always be there the day Jari finally wins. But notice the catch. The love always seems to arrive with one hard condition. A while later, back among classmates, something inside Jari quietly snaps. His body simply refuses to keep performing. Jund rushes over to help the boy breathe. But the other teachers snap back at Jund, asking who he thinks he is. The kind ones rarely win these rooms. Jaya storms in, furious that anyone dared upset his prized son. He argues, he demands respect, he refuses to listen. Therefore, he pulls Jari out of the school for good. Here is the question to hold on to. If Jari is such a champion, why does every room he wins in feel like it is slowly closing on him? Jaya moves the boy to a tiny free school called Tunas Merdeka. No uniforms, no ranking, no scoreboard on the wall. For a kid raised on trophies, it feels like another planet. For the first time, Jari meets classmates who talk back and laugh loudly. There is a Sa, TJ, Dolly, and a whole crew shooting strange little films. Nobody here seems to care about winning. TJ proudly shows off his class project. He is building tiny graveyards for people history chose to forget, the victims of old riots and violence. His project is deadly serious. TJ was pushed out of his last school because he struggles to read, but he is far from foolish, and he refuses to let anyone erase him. That fire will matter later. Then Asa explains the real assignment to Jari. Each student must interview their own family and cross-check every story they were told. History, she says, bends far too easily. She hands out little cards she calls family gems. They are simple questions meant to unlock old memories. Therefore, the group starts quietly digging into where they all really come from. Sa films her own father, asking what changed the day she was born. The man weeps openly, saying she made him finally grow up. It is tender, and it seems perfectly ordinary. But one small detail slips loose in the filming. Sa's father is trying for a baby through a costly treatment, and money is painfully tight. File that away for now. Now it is Jari's turn to point the camera at his family. His mother, Asi, reluctantly lets one forbidden name slip out, Uncle Yaan. Yaan supposedly ran a haunted house over on Braga Street. Therefore, nobody has spoken to him in years, ever since a bitter fight with Dad. Already the family story has a locked door. Asi begs her son to just drop the whole thing. But Asa reminds Jari their grades depend on the truth, so the boy keeps his camera rolling. Jari turns the lens on his father and asks about his childhood. Simple question. Now watch exactly how Jaya reacts to it.
Atau aki nenek? Dulu teh gimana? Sejuk atau cobaan ya?
Panjang lah.
Ya, iya rumah kita juga masih.
Jaya shoves the camera away and orders him to stop. The past is a door his father slams shut every single time. But why guard it so fiercely? Meanwhile, Asa films her proud old grandfather, a man with a scar and courtroom stories. Her family is loud, loving, and open. It only makes what is coming hurt more. Sa tells Jari flatly that she cannot stand dishonest people. Even her own parents, she insists, get no free pass on a lie. Remember that. It is about to be tested. Then the project blows her own life wide apart. While filming her family, Asa learns that she was adopted, left behind as a baby. Every single morning since, she says, she wakes remembering she was abandoned. Her parents beg forgiveness while she quietly falls to pieces. Her family gathers close and holds her tight. You have all of us, they promise. A mother, a father, grandparents who chose her on purpose. But the wound is already open. TJ says you never get the truth without a real fight. He is thinking of Jari's vanished uncle now. Therefore, the whole group agrees to go hunt the man down. Worried about his breathing, Asa quietly slips Jaddy an inhaler from home. The friends set off together for the haunted house on Braga. What could possibly go wrong? Inside the dark attraction, the scares come fast and the whole group panics. The screaming echoes off the walls. Now watch what the fear does to Jaddy. His lungs give out, and he drops hard to the floor. His terrified friends scream for help and beg him to breathe. For a moment, it looks very bad. He pulls through, shaken but alive. Therefore, the group is finally led to the man who runs this whole place. Then the family lie cracks wide open. Yaan is no distant cousin at all. He is Jaya's older brother, and he is very much alive. Jaddy stands there completely stunned. His father did not just fight this man. His father erased an entire brother from the family story. Yaan brings them home to a quiet, sunlit beehive farm. His wife, Jeannie, and his little daughter, Maranti, welcome the boy warmly. This is the family Jaddy never knew existed. Yaan admits that he once fell apart badly and nearly lost himself completely. But the bees, the farm, and his family slowly brought him back to life. Piece by piece, the deeper past comes crawling out. Their own grandfather was forced into brutal labor, made to dig caves for years on end. It broke something in the family line. Therefore, Jaya carries a deep anger about his upbringing he never once explained. All that silence at home suddenly has a source. His father was hiding his own scars. When Jaya learns where his son has gone, he panics completely. He drags in a so-called healer to fix the boy by force. Fear makes people do strange things. The man's ritual turns harsh and frightening fast. C watches, horrified, unable to take another second. Therefore, she explodes and throws the healer straight out of the house. In the wreckage, Jaddy finally screams the question buried under everything. Who made me like this? Whose fault is it really? Days later comes the big school showcase everyone has prepared for. Jaddy and Asa are set to present their family project on the stage. The whole crowd is watching. Their message lands hard on the room. A nation and a family can force itself to forget its own deepest wounds. It hits far too close to home, but at the very last moment, Jaddy simply freezes up there. He tells the teacher, Zainuddin, that he cannot go on with it. He withdraws from the project and asks Asa to please take him home. He does not know it yet, but a collision is waiting backstage because Uncle Yaan has quietly walked into the school. Therefore, the two estranged brothers finally stand face to face after all these years. Now the whole truth pours out of both men at once. Yaan says he watched their father, sick and dying, write prayers every day for the son who ran away. Jaya fires back that he was harmed as a boy too, and that he needed the brother who abandoned him. Years of buried pain finally hit the open air. Each brother blames the other for a childhood full of harm, but both of them were wounded by the very same cruel father. Nobody here was ever the villain.
Terus sekarang datang kayak gini ngomong, udah berubah. Semua orang udah berkamungan, kamu nggak capek? Mah capek.
Yaan dares his brother to strike him and prove he became their father. It is the ultimate test. Now watch exactly what Jaya chooses to do instead.
Mana sih teh? Mau sampai kapan ini teh?
Jaya cannot bring himself to do it. Little Maranti runs in calling Jaddy her brother, and the broken family suddenly feels whole again. But in the sudden chaos, Asa bolts out into the street, and a car comes tearing straight down the road toward her.
Sa? Neng?
Everyone is safe. Later, Jaddy quietly thanks Asa for standing beside him through every bit of this. Good friends just do that, she tells him gently. Therefore, the two families slowly begin to heal at the beehive farm. They feed the bees together and laugh softly in the warm sun. The silence is finally breaking. At home, Jaya writes out a small paper sign. Please pray for my child's victory. But this time, the word victory means something entirely new to him. Father and son finally sit down together, side by side. Jaddy says he never wants to be too afraid to come home when he fails. He asks only to be loved for who he is, not just when he wins. And he softly promises he will not slam any more doors. At last, Jaya breaks all the way down. I'm sorry, Jat, he whispers, holding his son close for the first time in years. So the question from the very start finally answers itself. Jaddy was never breaking under a competition at all. He was breaking under a family that buried its love along with its pain. Bees, Jeannie tells him, are no different from people, only smaller. And like people, they can always find their way home.